What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel. We're online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. Check the website out. It's got a lot of good stuff going on. My cat just jumped out of my chair. She gave it back. Thank you, Mama Bear. We want to get to this thing and take a good gander at it. All right. The new saws have been given like the gift of like the gift that just keeps on giving. Now, granted, a lot of them are blurry. A lot of them have the little lines effects, the blinds effects I call them. They've been basically JPEG artifact to death by just being saved as JPEGs. They're not raw images. Don't ever believe they're raw images, even though it says on the website that they're raw images. They're not, and they're images that have been manipulated somewhat. Some a lot what by NASA JPL, but we're getting good, especially the guys and the gals who've been doing this. There's a lot of us who do this on a regular basis. This is our hobbies. Some of the people even are, they're retired. They can do this all day long. I work a full-time job, but after work, if I have time, I get into this stuff, and it's been a hobby of mine for a really long time. And these new saws, especially one like this, and I'm just letting, I haven't even pointed anything out yet, just because I'm letting you guys get your eyes acclimated to it. Um, one like this, these get me excited because stuff, a guy did a video today. It was awesome. I can't remember the guy's name right now, but basically he walked around his property in Texas and he showed me rocks that just looked like a lot of these things that could have been they're not man-made, they're weather-made. They've got perfect lines, perfect 90-degree angles on them. Stuff that I had in my head. I'd agree with him. I admit, that's not, most likely wasn't man-made. So everything we see up here, there's a big difference, I think, in my head when I'm just browsing through something. I say, oh, that's cool, and to where I'm really excited in something like now. This piece right here is one I'm really excited about, and especially in this. Uh, this is what I had up when I first brought the video up. I'm just like I said, I'm just sorry about the choppy scrolling. I'm just getting used to using this way to scroll because of the trackpad is not working correctly. But right above, well, right under it is this creepy looking thing right there. It almost looks like a Stewie head. This could be a rock. Um, but here's also in black and white. I've done this in black and white, kind of brought it out a little bit. Let's see. And then the colors. And this is like I said, the normal version right off of NASA. Here's just one I worked on. This is just kind of barely, it hasn't been sharpened much. See how it's just a little softer. That's what I built these other two up from. So, and here, like I said, you can really see how much it pulls it out, and it's there too. That's what I love about it. You can see that that's there, and the color's there too. I'm not adding the color. All I'm doing is I match it, color match it to a piece that actually sits on the rover. It's this piece right here. Let me see here. I'll go all the way back there. This piece right here, it's got the penny on it. Color match it to that. There's been times I'll even color match it to a picture of a mountain that looks good. But all right, so here we go. Back to what we're talking about. So this piece right here did look neat. To me, it looked like it had a some sort of cauldron on it or something like that. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger with this. This is an apple piece of the apple tool, but here it almost looks like a little birdie or something like that, and it's sitting on a full ring. Um, and the ring is this is either part of this piece that goes up on top, and it looks like it might be. But it does look like it's sitting with something there, and at the bottom looks kind of like a base. It's got a little dark there in the back. Who knows what this stuff is? I'm just guessing that is interesting. It looks like a piece of rubble that was, whatever happened on Mars ended up in this spot. Had some man-made stuff on it, had something happen to it that was something at one time. God only knows because I don't think we can begin to think about how technology would even work on another planet. We still don't even understand the full technology of how our planet works, how stuff has worked in the past. I think we're just catching up with some of this stuff. But this here was also one of the ones that I thought, well, that's pretty interesting, especially since around it, you see like it's kind of got the little blur effects and stuff like that. Not necessarily that bad, but just kind of, you see like they're put in there. Those are the blinds effects I talk about, then some blur. And it's amazing just putting a couple of lines of blur here and there, how much it really can obfuscate the picture to you or me. But we know, if you're a subscriber, you guys, we're getting this. We're starting to learn. We're getting more and more of these out when we combat them. and it just keeps going and going. As we go further, we see new tactics. We're just going to try and give you the best look. Some people don't use Photoshop. They just want to look at the raw image, and that's just fine. I mean, you can see things perfectly there, but I think when you get the depth and the color pulled out a little bit more, you see it much better. And even without the color, just if you do the black and white on some of these mass cam shots, um, it's almost worth a shot to do it on every picture just to see how it turns out. So here I wasn't, I was thinking this is most likely some matrixing going on because that surely looks like a little head right there. Um, and you can't tell if that's connected to this back piece or not or what it is. But then when you look around down in here, it does kind of seem like this could have been more rubble that fell from somewhere. Let me flip it back over to this version. Um, Let me flip that back down on there too. So, and as we keep on rolling right along, we see more and more stuff up the top. Just kind of randomness that's just been strewn out there. Here, this was kind of cool to me. This is one of the first things I actually saw on here um, when I caught it, because it kind of looks like it's floating out there, and I know it's not. It's got some stuff on the ground, but then you take another look at it, and you're like, well, what is it? It's kind of got a surfboard type look to it, but it's like triangled out and it's kind of blurred out here, so it's hard to see. That just might be because it's further off in the background. I'm not saying that that's absolutely been done by NASA, but then again, that square blur is kind of odd. See it right there where my cursor's going in? That right there. It's about the size of the whole thing almost. That does seem to be odd in the middle of it because you can't really then pull out what it is. I think everything we see on Mars, to me, it's got dirt on it. It's not being used right now, and there's a lot of people just on my channel that would love to debate me on that, and I'm not 100% sure. So like I said, I keep my mind open. I see what I see, you see what you see. What I see changes day to day when I look at these pictures, and it probably does in your mind too. Okay, check this out. It looks like ropes that have been strewn across. Uh, We've missed a lot of good stuff over here that I said, why I was over here blabbing about this, and that. I know I missed a couple good things up here. Just there's that one piece. That was the one that looks like the little kitty thing. We saw this over here. How it surely did have, let's say, it almost looks like a little, two-story, little story house. You say this? Okay, let's just clear our minds what we know about size or anything. We've got just on Earth, little animals, little baby ants, things that are so small we can't even see, all the way up to us, bigger, much more powerful beasts of the jungles and stuff like that, bears, all sorts of even bigger thing, bigger, more manly, will take us out type animals. And so why not? Could maybe on Mars there still be civilized, smart beings that are very small. Maybe they don't need oxygen to breathe. A lot of people say, well, the oxygen is low. Or maybe we've been lied to, that could be it too. But maybe the smaller things don't need that much oxygen. Maybe there's something else in their systems, in their lungs that changes, allow them to develop there and keep developing and go through evolution of that planet. So to get off that kick, I didn't even look at this over here and show you guys that everything just seems to kind of have, especially when you get these colors like these. Once again, let me show you, this is how it comes. And just by color matching it, you really do get the sense of, oh, wow, that's the color back behind it. Because if you come in here and look, you'll see the green and the blues. And then this one does have that bluish tint to it. And when you come in and you do the match color and you say, oh wow, and I tweak it a little bit on the thing, so I'm not pulling in the full color, but I keep going back to this, and I see, like I said, I see Stewie's head right there, like in the full zombie form, and this is good probably for Halloween anyway, since it is Halloween. I'm pretty sure I did mention that at the beginning of the video, hopefully, since I've made this video a couple times now. And then you got this circle anomaly thing. It looks like it might come up, and then it's part of this cluster of the stuff on the hill. I don't even know what to call under that. Big old cluster. Once again, you've got that. Just doesn't it kind of just look like be floating there? So I'm sure it's not, but to me, it looks like it. All right, so over here I forgot this thing here too. We've got a nice and pretty block. Let's see if we can. Ooh, keep remember when I do it like this, it's like 25% go. That's how much it goes in each time. So let's flip it to that to get a good gander at it. It's definitely not the same color as everything else around it, but I don't know. What are you guys thinking here? I know I could probably go on for this one for hours and hours and hours. You've got, like I said, everywhere you seem to have the little shapes that look like they're turned into letters and stuff like that. But this whole little area just seems to have little baby things littered in it. Like, say, I'm really starting to look at this. Like, say, maybe they could because when I'm looking at the water on Mars videos that I've been doing, that I'm working on it now, it can totally what I'm seeing the volume could totally support some sort of civilization. It would make sense that it would be very small. I mean, because sometimes when you look at these things and you look at the carvings and stuff, it looks so intricate. It doesn't look weathering. Like just even right here, look, because you've got what looks to be well to me, and I've done this and said, like I said, I was already looked at this earlier and thinking, what that look like? You've got, two eyeballs that are raised out with maybe a mouth and a headpiece or something. It comes down into a little body, and the rest of it's just been destroyed off. That might not be the case. I'm just saying that's what my eyes see. I see what I see, you see what you see. But there's symmetry in the circles here, in that, it seems very artistic and very small. So what are we dealing with? Who knows? Maybe everything good is down under, and basically what this smaller group had to do was live off the ashes of the old and sift through the technology and you know, this is what they've come up with because as we've rolling through here, we see so many interesting things along the way. And now going back because they're just adding some of the better Curiosity rover shots that they had kind of held back as they came right out. Because honestly, most people go see Saw 605 and then the next day they go see 606, 607. They don't go back, they're 10, 15 and check to see how many more pictures rolled down from the rover to match the little baby thumbnails. So anyway, I hope you guys understand what I was trying to say with that. Like I said, they're basically maneuvering more of them. They're editing stuff out, and then they're adding to the planetary data, like the planetary database system thing that has obviously been contrived. They're taking a while. Like I think they're on like 400 and something after, and we're up to 700 Saw. So, what do you guys think? All sorts of stuff. Look at just the angles in this. Comes up. This actually comes around. And it's got the circle piece in it. It's like you wonder what that stuff is. Sometimes I let this stuff just boggle my mind, and I always will. And I said, this is a hobby for me. I'm getting all sorts of trolls now. A lot of our channels are getting more and more hits. Um, they're just getting shared more. People are interested in this stuff. Let's say I had a guy come to my channel the other day, and we're gonna do some funny troll videos and stuff like that. I'm not gonna let. I'm going after a totally. I'm gonna be doing the same thing here, what I'm doing, but I really want to try and stick it to NASA this year, like in a good way. I want us to come. I want us to move humanity forward, but I'm still gonna be doing my videos like this. They're hokey. I act like you're in the room. Act like I'm talking to you in the room right now. I said this was going to be like a 5-minute video in my head. I've gone 14 minutes, 11 seconds of just me rambling. So I get people to come and say, why do you think people want to hear you talk? Or your opinion on it. Then like number two, something, something, something. So some of these comments are great. Usually I write back, I said, the numbers stand for themselves. Well, obviously over 5 million people want to sit here and listen to me, and the repeat people that come back, there's probably about 1,000 that you come see my video every time I put one out. Because if I don't even put it somewhere, within 2 or 3 days, I'll have about 1,000 views. And that's just from people that enjoy these videos enough that they come back. You all may not comment. I don't know why y'all don't comment. You all should comment on everything. I mean, I'm thinking, hey, I'm asking you what you see, and But I know a lot of you guys are watching on cell phones. It's a pain in the ass to do a lot of these yet, but um, that's why I put up the website. I really am trying to build the website into a huge database for everybody just to go. If you find want to find an anomaly that somebody else has found, you'll be able to find it there. I've pretty much invited everybody who does these videos. A lot of them have taken me up on the offer. They're putting their stuff on there daily. I edit it all the time. Like I said, probably 8, 9 o'clock at night, I add all the videos that came in from that day, or to the main page, unless it's something I can't. If it's something that's can't go to it, I won't do it. But um, pretty easy stuff, and it's like I said, it's building a big database for people, and I'm willing to spend my time and my money and the effort in it just because I want that place to go, especially if I've got you guys, if I got help from you guys, if I say I need some help with somebody to make a logo or do this and that, I know I can count on my group of people here because I could do everything myself, and I always try to rely on doing that, and I never get as much done as I want. I work so much better in groups when I work, it's less when I'm doing coding and stuff. When I'm at work and I'm an IT director, when I'm working with a group of people, I do so much better in that situation, especially working on stuff like this. We're trying to turn that website into a, public network where we can trust like I said, I trust you. If you're uploading videos to my sites and stuff like that, I already trust you big time because I had to give you access to edit everything. So more and more, look at that. More and more, as you keep going in these pictures, you find more and more anomalies as you keep on passing through. I did that. I showed that one earlier, Sue. But all right, guys, much love to you. Will from What's Up in the Sky 37. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween. I hope you're with your ones you love. Take it easy. Peace.